Red Beer Podcast is brought to you by these cool dudes.
The most interesting moment of my life was the day that we moved into the farmhouse. It was January 11th, 1971. My parents had closed on the house a couple of weeks before Christmas. But my mother, I don't know what's wrong with her. She didn't want to move her family at Christmas. I'm like, really? So we waited until January and moved in the middle of a snowstorm. Anybody here familiar with snowstorms? There you go, a few hands, yeah. And Dad opened up the back of the moving van and handed a big box to me, because I was a big girl even then, nice and strong, and said, take this to your mother in the kitchen. I walked in the parlor door, took a hard right into the dining room, and Mr. Kenyon was standing there packing the last of his belongings from the built-in china cabinet. And I greeted him, loved the man dearly, and greeted him, said good morning, and we chatted for just a moment, and then I carried the box through to the kitchen. I had to go through the front foyer into the kitchen, and there was another man standing in the room with him. And I didn't recognize him, but I was well raised. And I said, good morning, sir. And he looked through me like I was the ghost. He appeared absolutely solid. Well, about 2 minutes later, Christine came into the kitchen, and she said, Mom, who's that man with Mr. Kenyon? And my mom said, there's nobody with Mr. Kenyon. His son's on the way, but he's not here yet. And then Cindy came into the kitchen with her smaller box and said, Mom, who's that man with Mr. Kenyon? He's dressed funny. Well, it's because he was wearing clothes from the 1800s. I wondered the same thing. Does everybody in Burrowville dress like this? Really? Because I was from sophisticated Cumberland, where we wore blue jeans and sweatshirts. And Mom said, what are you talking about? There's nobody with Mr. Kenyon. And it was chaos in Bedlam, as moving day always is. So nobody really thought much of it. And then Nancy walked into the kitchen, and she said, there was a man with Mr. Kenyon, but he just disappeared. And that was our introduction to being paranormal. P-E-R-R-O-N. Yes.